Well, no, the key though is we wanted to make sure we had we had a real good practice. We want to keep focused. Figured the longer we went in the day, they might lose their focus, start thinking about that time off that they're entitled to. So what we wanted to do is make sure we had good work. We got good work from them. Very pleased with what they're learning in terms of what we expect from them, and that's the best thing.
What are your impressions of the first two padded practices?
Not bad. I mean, we got a long ways to go, but the biggest thing is they're learning and understanding our tempo more so than anything else. And if we can get them to play fast, hard, physical, and smart, we got a chance. And that's what we're trying to preach right now to these guys about how we want things done. And that was really good as far as that's concerned. But we made some mistakes and some things that need to be corrected. And that's the best part about coaching is you get a chance to correct mistakes.
Ron, obviously early, but Cam, with first impressions out there.
Wow. I mean, he does some things that really light you up and get you excited, as Jimmy did. Jimmy makes some good throws and some good decisions. But when you look at what Cam does, some of those things, his running ability is special. And that's kind of one of the things that he brings to the table as well.
Gets to that line pretty quick, doesn't he?
Yes, he does. And he's a big athletic person that does some good things, and that's most certainly a weapon for us.
You have to love that competition, not only there but all around.
I do. I really do. I love how competitive it was today. We had a little bit of a tussle, and the nice thing was two guys were competing, and they're just trying to establish themselves. I was really pleased with it. The nice thing about the tussle was it wasn't a personal thing. It was all about establishing who they are. I think the thing that was really good about today's practice too was we started slow. Our inside run was terrible. I made a couple comments, and then they responded very well, and they finished up, and they did a nice job. I really liked the way they picked up the tempo all the way through the end of practice.
Ron, what have you seen out of Jeff Otov his first couple of days coming off injury?
I've seen a big physical guy who's got the kind of athletic ability you like. He's got a nice, powerful presence about him, and I think he can help impact and influence the way we're going to do things on offense.
Geddes was out at the end of practice. He all right?
Yeah, he from what I understand, he might have tweaked his hamstring a little bit, but they'll get him upstairs. IVM probably. Well, I'm not a doctor, don't quote me on that, but they're going to take care of him, and hopefully he'll be out tomorrow evening.
Any pleasant surprises so far?
Yeah, I think the way they're understanding how we want things done, I think that's been a great surprise. I think the thing that we got to do is we got to break some bad habits. We got to get them to understand the way we want things done, and they're starting to get that. Like I said, today's practice was better than yesterday's. I think we're headed in the right direction, and that's probably the biggest thing. As far as individuals go, I think what you're getting from Amani Edwards it's been outstanding. It's been a reflection of the way he worked. I think that guys got to understand that the off season is important. Whether you have OTAs or mini camps, how you handle that off season is important. And Armani's made some great strides. Hopefully, he can continue to grow as a football player.
An update on Pike, Tony.
Oh, the shoulder's sore. He got an MRI and he had a little inflammation, stuff like that, from what I understand. So they don't want him throwing right now. So we just got to kind of be patient with him. Hopefully he'll be stronger.
Shutting him down for a couple weeks.
Well, we'll see. I mean, it's all about how he's recovering. I know he'll be working with Ryan and his staff, and hopefully it'll be soon.
I wanted to ask you too, Ron. After the moves you all made last week and those financial commitments, is there, does that limit the things you all can do moving forward? I mean, I guess there's only so many moves you can make with this.
No, my understanding is in terms of what Marty has to do. I think there's a plan. I know there's a plan. Talking to Marty, we talk about that all the time. So there is a plan. So as things unfold and develop for us as a team in terms of players, not just for this year but for the next few years, Marty will have that plan and he'll lay it out as he goes along.
Coach, you surprised for so long to have it fight? What do you think?
No, honestly, I'm not surprised with this group. This is a group of guys that I found nothing in terms of any animosity. This is a group of guys that want to come together, and they've been trying to come together. So honestly, I'm surprised that they were a little bit of a tussle, but not really. I mean, these guys work together, and they got good football together. I mean, this group likes each other. And I think that's the one thing. I think they hold themselves accountable. We just got a little bit more to go in terms of developing as a team. But we got a long way to go in developing as a team that's going to execute the way we need to. So I expect to be a couple more now than once the ice is broken down.
Who won?
Well, I'm a defensive coach. But, yeah, this is going to be dry.
Talk about the stripping of the balls, a few loose balls today in your background in Chicago. How important is
Well,
that? How do you get
truthfully, Sean and I, it all started when we were in Philadelphia with Jim Johnson. And one thing that we try to do is we try to strip and rip, and that's a big part of what we will do on defense. Is we will preach takeaways. We'll start insisting it. It was interesting because the very first practice we had, nobody was going for the ball, nobody was stripping it or ripping it. And Sean and I talked about it, and they've been preaching it, and the guys are starting to understand it. And when that ball's on the ground, we're going to pick it up, scoop the score, and let the referees blow it dead. So until it's blown dead, then somebody should be breaking to pick the ball up on the ground.
And our traditional fourth year front, you happy to see Beeson back in the middle?
Yes, I am. I think, John and I talked about what he's going to do, how he's going to do it for us, and I feel very comfortable with him and his athletic ability on the inside. That's part of the reason why we made the move for Ron Edwards. We want a big body in front of us so that our linebackers can run and get a chance to make plays downhill. And I think a guy like Ron with his ability to get into that crease and command the double team should help our inside blockers.
For a lot of these guys, they haven't worn pads since the last season. How long will it take them to adjust to carrying their pads again?
I think it's up to each individual. Some guys adjust very quickly, other guys it takes a while. So, but I would imagine 3-4 days once they get them on, they should be okay. The big thing we got to be concerned about though is the guys that are having to watch, how they come out after the next 3-4 days when they get their chance to get on the field.
Thanks, Ken.
All right, thank you guys.
Thank you.